Hey, Todd Berry from toddberry.com, and today I want to talk just a little bit about why learning how to use social media to build your business is such an important thing for you to do. And so I'm going to give you a couple of different things to think about and consider that'll be of value for you, but I'm going to jump right in and just give them to you as quickly as I can. This isn't a full-blown training, but this should be very helpful for you. So the first is it eliminates time barriers. You're able to work in the social media platforms in whatever time you can, whenever that time is, right? So it could be 2 a.m. and you could do something that will be effective in social media. It could be in the middle of the day. It doesn't matter. Whenever you have a few nuggets of time, you can use it, which means you can access what I call zero time, which is time you would be doing something else that doesn't require your brain, like standing in a line or being on a train in a commute, or you could think of a million different things. Sitting at a ball field waiting for the game to start, and you could literally access social media and be productive in time that you would normally not do something else productive in. So it allows you to use what I call zero time, which is powerful. Next, it completely wipes out geographic boundaries. Where do you want to grow your business? Wherever that is, you could find prospects there, right? I mean, the smartphone is continuing to proliferate to the point where everybody in the world is going to have one in a relatively short period of time, inexpensively, which means everybody has a window to be online, to be on social media, and you can build a business wherever you choose by networking properly. And it completely eliminates that issue, which, in general, being geographically diverse is incredibly smart from a business perspective. You don't want all your eggs in one geographic basket, because what happens if you own a business, for example, that's in the path of a major hurricane, and that's where your business is? What's going to happen to your business? It's going to be wiped out, right? Even if the structure survives, the community's messed up for months, which messes up your business. That's true of any kind of thing that happens all over the world all the time. So this gives you an entree to be able to diversify geographically, which is just very, very smart. The other thing to think about is your prospects are on social media, right? They're on social media, and in order to be competitive, you need to be there, right? You need to be there just so you can be aware of what they're seeing and so you can be relevant, right? Otherwise, you're not relevant. Someone can even say, well, I never hear about you guys, or I've never seen anything about you, or which in one respect can be a good thing, right? Because you don't want people splashing your product or service all over social media. That's not a positive thing. But what I mean is you need to be able to compete for the attention of connecting with them, because that's where they are. They're there. And then the other thing is your prospects who get started and be a part of your team, they're going to want to know how to use it, right? They're naturally going to say, I want to be able to use social media, and you need to be able to help them. You need to be able to point to the resources for them, whether it's training. I'm releasing a social media training, and there's lots of other great social media trainers out there. You want to be able to point to resources, but you also want to be able to share some of the things that you do that have been effective. And make no mistake, that will have an impact on some people deciding to join your team. Other people will just say, well, you don't know anything about social media. I'm going to go somewhere else. I'll join a different company. I'll join a different sponsor, because I want someone who can teach me something about the space. And then your teams are also there, right? So you can't hide from it. I mean, the people that you sponsor are there, and you don't want to look like you're out of touch. You don't have to be a pro. You just need to have the resources or know where to point people when they want to know how to use it, because they're going to be there. And if they don't have access, they're going to look around at other people working on social media and say, how come we don't have anything for this? How come I don't have tools that I can use here? How come I don't have training that I can do that? So really, really important. And the other thing that's important to understand is you don't have to be technically savvy, right? These are free platforms, and you don't need to be a whiz. I'm really not very technical. Actually, I'm giving myself more credit than I deserve when I say I'm not really technical. I'm like technical. I am a person who I don't like details, and technical stuff is just not my bailiwick. And yet I can operate effectively in these spaces because they make it so easy to operate. So you don't have to be technical to be effective. And so there's a few nuggets for you. One thing is for certain. Social media is going to continue to get bigger and more important in the cultures in the world, and it's already driving e-commerce substantially. All you have to do is look at the growth curves of both things, and you'll see as social media grows, e-commerce grows. And that's not a difficult connection to make when you consider that in social forums, people communicate, and they can communicate about what? Interests and needs and problems and things they're trying to solve. And it's going to just naturally lend itself. So I hope that this was beneficial for you and gave you a little bit of insight. As I mentioned before, I am releasing a social media training here very, very soon. So you can check in at toddburry.com and see when that might happen. Also, there's tons of great free training over there at toddburry.com. So, if you haven't gone over there and checked it out, feel free. It's free. And it's part of my mission is to help everybody in the industry do better. It's such a great thing. So hope this is helpful for you. Have a great rest of your day.